What's going on YouTube? This is what we Josh do, and today we have an unboxing of a dog. I have that out there so you can see out the window. But no, actually, it's a new Anker product. I teased about it on my YouTube community page and I believe on Twitter. So today we're going to be unboxing it, testing it, seeing how fast it charges, and how fast it charges other things. Let's get to it. I'm totally not an RC nerd.
Yep. That's my little collection.
Except it's not so little.
What's going on YouTube? This is what we Josh do, and this is a super exciting video. So quick shout out to this guy right here. So basically he sent me a picture of this, but he sent me a picture of his power bank, said he loves my videos, and he's like, have you seen this before? And yes, this is the one I have seen before. In fact, I had to break it out of my collection. It's definitely not my go-to power bank. I definitely prefer something with a little more power than just 20 watts. So I haven't been using this guy, but it's the same concept. And yes, I did a video on it. We're going to weigh these things and compare them. So I sent him this picture and he said that he hasn't seen that before and he looks forward to seeing my video on it. So thank you. All right, let's stop wasting time and let's get straight to the unboxing. Now, I ordered this from Dell's website because I saw on Twitter that this was being released in the Anker page on the Reddit thread, and I Googled it and I found it on Dell's website. So I ordered this with my own money, and wow, I can tell you that this thing weighs a lot compared to the other guy. Now, I hate that they did this. Oh no. Needless to say, I won't be ordering Anker power banks from Dell's website anymore unless, once again, they're the only people that have this specific power bank that I'm trying to review. I only ordered this from Dell because they were the only people that had this power bank. This is awful. I can't even do I can't show you the front of it because it's completely, oh, that's actually extremely frustrating. All right, let's at least take a look at the things we can see, which is the back. And it says 30 watts high-speed charging, designed to power an iPhone 3 times faster, and can support Samsung PPS fast charging. That's your super fast charging that you see when you plug in your Samsung. And with a 20,000 milliamp hour capacity, that's what I'm talking about. That's enough to charge a tablet all the way and something else. That's enough to charge your phone a few times. That's enough to do a lot of things. These 10,000s are fantastic when it comes to just charging one device. But if you want to charge more than one device, or if you want to charge one device multiple times, you've got to step it up to something that's at least 20,000. We have some more viewable data on this side. So USB-C 1 and 2 input can do up to 15 volts and 2 amps or 20 volts at 1.5 amps. That means this thing can charge at 30 watts, which we're going to be verifying and seeing. The output can support up to 20 volts at 1.5 amps for 30 watts max. And the USB-A can do 12 volts at 1.5 to get 18 watts for fast charging, for something that supports that. And then some more data here that I'm not too familiar with. On here we have something, I'm assuming this is from Dell. And then we have this. This is the Series 3. And it tells you that that's compatible with basically a lot of devices. And on the bottom, we see that this is model number A1384. All right, let's open this up. An instruction booklet. They're doing this with their new stuff. It's just a scannable QR code to get to their instructions. You know, there's a little quick look at the instructions. So you press the two things together. You can attach it if you want to. You press the button twice to enter a trickle charging mode if you want to connect some AirPods or, you know, any sort of Bluetooth earbuds or game controller, because they're low power devices. And if this power bank doesn't think that it's charging anything, it automatically turns off. If you put it on the trickle charge mode, then it'll continue to charge those low power items. All right. And here's the power bank. Also, they did connect the, okay, cool. All right, and here's the power bank. So it does look very similar to the little guy here, except obviously it is longer, it is thicker, it's a chunky boy, but it looks pretty sleek. You got a little button there, it shows you that it's 25% battery life. We've got a whole bunch of data here on the bottom. Now on my tiny little viewfinder, I can't see if you can see that or not, but I will definitely fix that while editing. Basically, the most important thing is that it says it's 74 watt hours, and all the other information was on the side of the box that I showed you. Look at this. This is the cool thing, right? So on this little guy, you've got 2 USB-C ports. So it's very similar to the little guy here, the 10,000. So, and you know what's funny is I actually forgot it had 2 different ports for Type-C because I don't use it. But this has the 2 combined in and out right there, and then that USB-A. All right, we've got a scale here. Let's weigh the old one. It's 212 grams. Now let's weigh the new one. That's 482. So that's fair. It's double the capacity and it's double the weight. So 482. And just like the other one, it's got the little tabs to pull the cables out. So both of these are like that. The cable is sort of built into the power bank in a way. It is detachable. So you can tell that it belongs to this power bank, and you're not going to get it confused or lose it because it's got the little extra things here that latch into the little plastic piece. So you combine them like that, and then you stick them in. You'll hear a click, and you can see that they're both seated in there right now. And I'm able to support the power bank using that like as a handle or carrying strap or something. All right, so we have the wall adapter here. This is a watt reader. This is pulling a little bit of power from the wall because it's got a little tiny light on it. It's from a different company, but it's what I'm going to be using. So I'm going to plug in this cable that has a little screen on it. And we can see that right away it's charging at 29 watts. And we're drawing almost 32 from the wall. And also it has a little green icon there, little logo thing that's flashing. It looks like a lightning bolt. So it indicates that it is currently charging. So that's good. 30 watts in? That is fantastic. That's a lot of power going into this thing very quickly. So this thing should fully recharge within just a couple hours. Maybe about 3 or so. That's something we'll definitely test. I will have a pinned comment and I'll put it in the description whenever I do that test. Ideally, they do want you to fully charge these power banks before you use them, but I'm trying to get this video out there to you guys to watch, so I won't be doing that. Now, this is pretty cool because the last time we had a dual port 30 watt charger was this guy, the Anker 535 power bank. Now, this is an AI generated power bank. It's not actually here because they had a recall and you had to send it back due to risks. So this one is AI generated. It's not actually here in front of you or me, but it had the 2 Type-C ports and it was 20,000 milliamp hours. This is 20,000 milliamp hours with 2 Type-C ports. All right, so I'm going to use the wall adapter to power this little tester we've got here. I'm going to be using the built-in cable that it comes with to connect the power bank. And I'm basically going to check and see what all charging protocols this thing supports. So let's auto detect and let this thing run. All right, so that's pretty awesome. We have FCP. There's the data on that. We have SCP. There's the data on that. We have AFC. There's the data on that. And then Quick Charge 3.0. Look at that. There's the data on that. And last but not least, to me, the most important thing is the power delivery. So you can see there that we do support PPS at up to 3 amps. So that should get you the Samsung 25 watt super fast charging. We can also see a fixed voltage of 20 volts at one, pretty much exactly the data that we saw on the side of the box. All right, my Pixel 8 Pro is at 60%. Please keep in mind that if your phone's at like 20 or 30%, it's going to very quickly charge until it gets to like, 70% or so. And then it's going to slow down. So let's see what we get with just a 60% charge. And you can see right away that we're getting the PPS. So we're getting a very quick charge there. So this thing should be able to quick charge my, oh, look at that, almost 29. So yeah, I'm going to get almost 30 watts out of this thing going to my Pixel 8 Pro. That's pretty freaking exciting. And it just changed to 20. And it just changed to 29. So my tablet's at 82%. It's not going to charge very fast. Let's steal the cable from the 10,000 milliamp hour. Let's plug it into that second USB-C port. And let's plug in the iPad mini. All right, let's see if you're able to make that out. So yeah, using 2 of the USB-C ports at the same time is going to dramatically slow down the charging. One device is getting 12 watts and one device is getting 11 watts. That's not bad, and that's almost the 30, but you're not quite getting 30 when you add 2 devices together. It's more, in the like 24, 25. So yeah, definitely a slower charge. And you could take that USB-A port and add a 3rd device, but now you're slowing down things even more. And after we disconnect the Pixel, things start to look really good for the iPad mini. Look at that. It says up to 30 watts. 15 volts at 2 amps is the maximum that it's detecting that this thing can do. And remember, we're at over 80% battery, so it's not going to charge very fast right now. All right, let's continue charging this power bank. That's weird. That's crazy that it's showing that it can do that. That's kind of crazy. There's no way this thing's achieving 20 volts at 5 amps, but it's detecting that the cable can do that. And for my last trick, let's charge the Steam Deck. And there you go. It's doing 15 volts at almost 2 amps to get about 26 to 28 watts that I've seen so far. That's pretty awesome. This means that I could keep my Steam Deck going for quite a while. Because while the Steam Deck can charge at 45 watts, 30 watts is still pretty awesome. And it's going to keep this thing going for a lot longer. All right, so we'll put the cable back in its little carrying thing here so we don't lose it. Oh, this is important. A lot of people ask whether pass-through charging is supported or not. Let's try to charge my Pixel 8 Pro while it is currently connected. And nothing happens. What if we cut power to the wall outlet, which now it's no longer charging the power bank, and then it starts to charge my phone. Then when I put power back to the, wall outlet, then it just kills the charging, so I don't have it anymore. But it's charging the power bank. So it's going to prioritize charging the power bank. Now for my last test, will it use Type-C to charge the power bank and then USB-A to C to charge my phone? Nope, it does not. My phone is not charging. So there you go. Do you think that makes a pretty good thumbnail? If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. This is What Would Josh Do? And I'm out. I'm still trying to find the perfect thumbnail.